Welcome classmates, and welcome to another edition of our video. And this time around we're going to talk about another topic in reading and writing skills. By the way, I am your English teacher in senior high school. This time I would just want you to sit back and relax and watch this video that I downloaded from the YouTube, which is, I believe, related to our topic for today. And after watching the video, I would like you to answer the following questions. First is, what is the vlogger's favorite country and why does he consider it his favorite, and how does he feel about Filipinos? And lastly, what should be done in order to attract more tourists like him? So here it is.
I'm going to the airport now to visit my 53rd country, New Zealand. And oftentimes people ask me,
Nas, what's your favorite country?
good question. For a country to be my favorite, it has to satisfy three things. People have to speak English fluently so I could talk to them. Prices have to be cheap enough to spend money without breaking the bank. And nature has to be incredible enough to steal my breath away. Thailand is beautiful and cheap, but the locals don't speak English, so I can't be friends with them. Switzerland is like heaven, but I'm not gonna pay $7 for water. And Jordan is cheap and has incredible people, but I'm not crazy about the nature. Out of the 53 countries that I visited, the country where everyone speaks great English and is friendly, where I can eat out every day for cheap, and where I lost my breath at the incredible nature is the Philippines. People, prices, and nature is where the Philippines is my favorite country. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
So there we have it. Let us first answer the 4 questions that I posted a while ago. What is the vlogger's favorite country? And obviously that was mentioned by the vlogger, and it is the Philippines, which is his favorite country. And why does he consider it his favorite? He presented 3 standards, which are the people, price, and nature, which all these standards are satisfied by the Philippines. And how does he feel about the Filipinos? Filipinos are great people. They are very friendly. They are able to speak the language well. That's why the vlogger loves the Filipino people. And what should be done in order to attract more tourists like him? So I believe you have your own answers, but most probably what I could provide to you as an answer to this question is just to maintain our best assets, the price, the people, and the nature. And in order for us to attract more tourists like him, let us enhance the positive things that we have, and let us refrain from doing things like our values, which suggests negative vibes or negativities, so that we could attract more tourists like him. So let's proceed to our most essential learning competencies. We have here, you must be able to identify the explicit or explicit claims made in a written text. We have the claim of fact, claim of value, and a claim of policy. To be specific, our learning objectives are: you must be able to identify the types of claims and determine the types of claims presented in a prose and non-prose text, and lastly, formulate your claims about some issues in our society. Now, I keep on mentioning explicit and implicit claims in a paragraph. When we say explicit claims, these are claims that are clearly stated by the author, meaning to say that was defined by the author very clearly in a text. When we say implicit, it is not stated, but it is implied. So it was not directly stated by the author, but by just reading the sentence or the text itself, or by just looking or watching the video presented, for example, a while ago, we could say that the author, the claim that was presented by the author, by the vlogger a while ago, is somehow explicit because he was able to clearly state what are his standards in order for him to consider a country to be his favorite. When we say implicit, as I said a while ago, it is something that is implied, that it is not stated but is clearly understood even if it's not obviously stated. So let's talk about now the explicit and implicit claims in a paragraph. But before that, let us first define the word claim. And what are claims? When do we consider that a statement is already a claim? Okay, so when we say claims, these are statements that the writer tries to prove in a text by providing explanations, details, and other types of evidences. So most often than not, these are statements that you want as a writer to be accepted by your audience and or by your reader. And how can we consider, or when do we consider a statement as a claim? A statement, in order for it to be considered as claim, it should be an arguable statement. It is an opinion that a writer asks an audience to accept. Meaning to say, your statement should leave room for a debate, for that matter, or an argument. It leaves options for the reader to choose between any options that you are providing. For example, pros or cons, yes or no, good or bad, a sort of that. So we have three kinds of claim. The first is the claim of fact, value, and policy. These are the three kind of claim: the fact, the value, and the policy. Let's talk about first a fact. A claim of fact is grounded on reliable authority. When we say reliable authority, these are agencies or group of people that are having a credible to speak on issues that are prevailing nowadays, or to clarify things, who are able to clarify things that leave or that are posing questions and doubt to or among the people. So what are these reliable authority? We can consider the science, any government agency, or even history. It is also an argument about a measurable topic, and that topic is measured objectively. When we say objective, these are based from facts, findings, or researches, or studies. So these are objectives. There is really a measurable or quantifiable topic which could be discussed and argued about by people by providing any data that is quantifiable, meaning to say numbers. Okay, now for example, the earth is round. This is a proven fact. This was already proved by history that the earth is round, going back to our history when Ferdinand Magellan travels from Europe to the Philippines just to find out where the Spice Island is, and eventually found and discovered the Philippines. And when Magellan died, it was Sebastiano Elcano who led his people going back to Europe, and instead of traversing the same path that Magellan went through before, he went other way around, and he was still able to go to their place of origin. Therefore, the earth is round. But science would say that no, it's not perfectly round, it's oblique spheroid. Now, that's what makes it arguable. There are two opposing arguments about this, that the earth is round, but that is a claim of fact. This is a proven fact. Only that maybe your evidence might be lacking. So in order for your statement to be an argument or to be a claim, it should be unarguable statement. Now let's proceed to the claim of value. When we say claim of value, this is focused on relative judgment, and our judgment is based from goodness or badness, and this goodness or badness judgment is based also from our moral, aesthetic, or philosophical point of view. This is also an argument about a measurable topic which is measured subjectively. When we say subjectively, it talks about our preference. It's based from our personal opinions. What are our likes and dislikes? Maybe your likes might not be maybe your likes might be dislikes for other people. So that's a claim of value. What do you value in life? So here is an example. Duterte is the best president the Philippines ever had. This is a claim of value probably because of the set or the standard you have set, and among the presidents of the Philippines who assumed office, it is Duterte who satisfied your standard. But for some people, they might say no, that Duterte is not the best president of the Philippines, maybe because they also have their different set of standards. So by that, there would have a clash of idea, there would have a clash of value among people who would support this claim or who would oppose this claim. That makes it arguable. Let's have the claim of policy. These are claims of policy means are specific statements on procedures or laws that need to be modified based on certain issues or conditions. So there should have a problem. Therefore, it is an argument about an actionable topic. And most of the times, claims of policy ask for plans of action to solve the current problems introduced by signal words, which are modals such as should, must, need, ought to, and the like. So when we say claim of policy, you are making an argument that something needs to be done in order for the society to solve the problem. Alright, so here's an example. Posting information in social media platforms must be regulated by the government to avoid peddling of fake news. So the problem here is the peddling of fake news in the social media platforms, and the claim of policy of the speaker is to regulate, or the government must regulate the posting of information in social media platforms. Now, let's practice this task. This is called signal your claims. All you have to do is to analyze each sentence below and identify whether it's a claim of fact by using the signal like, value, the heart, and the policy, something that it's a hand that points out, and use the hand signals to show your answer. Let's practice. Let's have it. Number 1, criminal liability age must be lowered from 15 to 9 years of age. So, what claim is this? You can see there the word must, therefore it is a claim of policy. And then number 2, extrajudicial killing is morally unacceptable. So, this is a claim of fact. Of course, it is a claim of fact because extrajudicial killing was really proven both by religion and by the state, by the church and the state, is morally unacceptable. Now, let's have the third sentence. Climate change has already become an issue in the country. This is a claim of fact. It is really obvious that climate change is an issue in the country that needs attention. Now, number 4 is living in the province is better than living in the city. So obviously, if you have a doubt and if the statement does not confine with what you believe in, then of course it is a claim of value. Number 5, the BPO industry should hire single individuals. Just the same, there is the word should. So this is a claim of policy. And the sixth number, the entire Luzon must again be placed under tighter community quarantine. Okay, so this is obviously a claim of policy. Number 7, gender equality needs to be strengthened in the academy. So this is a claim of policy. Alright. Number 8, using solar energy helps homeowners to save money. So this is also a claim of fact. Alright. So let's go back. Using solar energy helps homeowners to save money. Where can you get a proof on this? So it probably it may come probably from a government agency, for example the Department of Energy, or any cooperative or any agency that supports the use of solar energy. Meaning to say, it is based from the study that has proven that homeowners save money by using solar energy. Now, number 9, Boracay is a better place to go on summer vacation than Karamoan. So this is obviously a claim of value. And number 10, animation is the best tech-voc strand in the senior high school. It's very obvious that is a claim of value. So I want you to do this task, even if you're just watching here. This is called the Hall of Claimer challenge. I will not let you do this, but the later part, but you have to present just on your own your claims based from or claims on the image or issues that I would be presenting to you through an image or infographic. Okay, you shall present your claims based on the flashed issue, and you must be able to compose or express your claims in 2 minutes, but it's up to you if how long you would compose and express your claims. So here is the issue number 1. Okay, this issue number 1, Mobile Legends. I hope you're doing it. I hope you're formulating your claim now. And then the second one is depression. Number 3, issue number 3 is teenage pregnancy. So what are your claims on these issues? Number 4 is the global warming. Alright, and number 5 is the spread of germs, particularly the COVID-19 virus. So for your journal writing, and I think you don't have to do this, just in your mind, in your own words, what is a claim, discuss it, and how it is important to you as a reader and as a writer based from this lesson. Alright, so let's have this practice again. Actually it is an activity wherein the student or you guys are going to read a paragraph and identify the type of claims presented in it. There is the color, the fact for blue, value for red, value is red, and policy is green. So here, childhood obesity in our country has more than tripled in the last 30 years. Today, 1 in every 6 children in our country is obese. This is unacceptable. As parents, we try to provide a better future for our children, better than we've ever had. We need to stand up and do what we can. We can start by supporting the passing of the anti-junk food bill in schools and other child-friendly areas. So here's the answer. The claim of fact is childhood obesity in our country has more than tripled in the past 30 years. Today, 1 in every 6 children in our country is obese. This is unacceptable. And for the claim of value, as parents, we try to provide a better future for our children, better than we've ever had. And for the claim of policy, we need to we need to stand up and do what we can. We can start by supporting the passing of the anti-junk food bill in schools and other child-friendly areas. So this is supposedly your assignment. This is called as the right stuff. You're going to compose a short paragraph, minimum of 10 sentences, about one area of concern in your community. Then write a corresponding claim of fact, value, and policy respectively. Present your claim and support it. Be guided with the rubric. It is applicable if we are having the realization of this would be easier and would be faster if we are having face-to-face classes, but since we are not having it, and for the meantime we are indulging in modular learning or distance modular learning, and some of you guys are having online classes, then I'm sure that it would help you. Okay, I would like to share this quote: knowledge or quotation, knowledge is being aware of what you can do, and wisdom is not, or is knowing when not to do it. That's according to Anonymous. Thank you so much, and I hope that you learned something from this video.